Everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I am Lianne Russo Liddell, Associate Broker and Realtor at Occasio Realty. And today I am here with Tiki Dan. Hi, Dan. And he is the owner of the Enchanted Tiki trailer. He does mobile bartending, so he brings the party to you. And thanks so much for joining me, Tiki Dan. I'm excited to talk with you and get to know more about you and your business. So let's just kind of dive right in and tell me a little bit about your business and how you got started.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today.
Absolutely.
I love it. I was in the beer and spirits industry for about 8 years and just evolved from not knowing anything, from being a cashier at a liquor store all the way up to representing brands throughout the entire state.
Awesome.
Working for breweries, working for distilleries, and just maybe like 2-3 years ago, I just fell in love with cocktails and tiki. And the thing about tiki that I enjoyed, that appealed to me, is the extravagance, the over the top, and just how they throw so much at it. But then when it's done right, each thing has a purpose. And I really appreciate that. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So what types of events did you do prior to COVID, and what types of events are you doing, now as kind of that pivot?
Absolutely. So the Enchanted Tiki trailer, my wife got tired of the tiki stuff, the decorations, everything, taking over portions of the living room.
Sure.
So in an effort to get it out of the house, I bought a horse trailer.
Okay.
Which of course makes perfect sense, right?
Obviously, right?
I had seen somebody online and they made a cocktail bar out of a horse trailer.
Cool.
And it blew my mind. It was incredible. And I'm like, I could turn this into a tiki bar. Like, I'd never seen that before.
That's cool.
So we bought a horse trailer and tore it down, tore the floor out, tore everything down, stripped it completely, and built it all the way up from the bottom in the backyard. I'm staring at it right now. It's outside my bedroom.
Nice.
At nighttime, sometimes I'll go out, I'll set it up, I'll turn the lights on, I'll turn on some Les Baxter music in the background and just drift away to the South Seas or somewhere. It's incredible. Love it.
Very cool. But
I enjoyed it because, again, like you said, I get to take the party to the people.
Absolutely.
The thing that I really enjoyed in the spirits industry as well was going out, but then I really like to go home. And those bartenders are some of the hardest people working because they're always working when you're having fun.
Right.
And they're there till 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning before they get home. And I'm an old man. That life's not for me. So the thing that really appealed about the mobile bartending business is I get to set my own schedule. I get to choose events. I get to have a regular life and then go and do all this stuff. And it's great. Go and work 3-4 hours. Things everywhere from people's backyards. I've done backyard parties. The very first event was a friend's wedding with over 250 people there.
Wow.
And it was the maiden voyage of the trailer, and it was spectacular.
Okay. Nice.
The ceremony ended, and 245 of those people got in line for a cocktail. And I had two bartenders working in there.
Okay.
And I was running around there. Again, I got professionals to do it. Some of the best bartenders in the Valley.
Nice.
And they killed that line. Everybody was happy. And it's just great.
That's awesome. Do you have a signature drink that you really like, or anything in particular that's like a special for you?
So personally, I love Mai Tais. Again, like the classic tiki drink. And if you don't mind, I'm going to shake one up here while we talk.
Go for it.
But it's great because it's lime, it's booze. Again, when it's done properly, it's great.
Love it.
But when I do events, we really work together with the host. Okay. So it's Tiki Dan, but it's not just tiki drinks. We can do everything. We've done stirred drinks, smoked cinnamon old fashions, things like that. I love a good martini as well. It's just nice and clean. But we'll do punches. We'll do Mai Tais. There was one at a friend's birthday party in the backyard. This was a great event because I ended up making so many contacts at this event that I booked 4 parties afterwards after doing the one birthday
Wow.
party.
Good for you.
But it was great. It was a punch. It had Jägermeister. It had 2 different kinds of rum. It had cognac in it. And then IPA, like a beer at the finish.
Interesting. Cheers. Love it.
Thank you.
So what are you doing? What are you doing now that's different than before? I know we talked a little bit offline of just kind of the pivot that you've had to make. So tell me a little bit about that.
So my day job, through the entire COVID and everything, I loved the industry. The industry didn't love me as much.
Gotcha.
But I'm back in the world of title and escrow. I'm an escrow assistant.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I realized you're a realtor.
Very cool.
But it's crazy because in another lifetime, like 14 and a half years ago, I'd worked my way up from temp agency all the way to an assistant escrow officer, starting in my own book of business. Then we had kids and some family stuff. So I walked away from it all right before the crash, which was probably good timing. But it's been great. I've been in an office with wonderful people since October, slid right back in, picked the ball up and just running with that. So that's the day job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then throughout the whole summertime, it was great. I was doing online cocktail classes as well.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So Zoom happy hours where we'd prepare cocktails and we deliver them to the people. So literally it was just, they open up the container, they dump it in a glass on ice, and it has everything there. It had garnishes, it had the fancy straws, so that they ended up getting a drink like this.
Very cool.
At their house.
Okay. Very nice. I love it. So tell me a little bit about your goals for this year.
I would just love to continue growing, expanding. As I had said, like my first event was in November of 2019, and it just kept building and building. Then the world fell apart. So just refocused. I've also, the thing that I love, it's not just the trailer. I've got a package for every size.
Okay.
Everything from 2-3 people coming over and like a little cocktail class in a kitchen, to a mobile bar that sets up in any backyard.
Nice.
And it's still the whole experience. There's tiki statues, there can be lights. So yeah, just more of that, more of finding people, and also packages that are safe too. I did pre-batched cocktails where I dropped off 3 different drinks, and it was on a table where people could go serve themselves safely. And yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thinking about what you can do to, still make it fun and enjoyable for people and get a different type of experience than just, okay, I'm going to make something, on my own at home or crack a beer or whatever it may be, but while still being safe about it. That's great. So on more of a personal note, when you're not working, what are some things that you like to do?
So I've got 3 kids.
Okay.
And
so you're busy.
2 dogs.
Okay.
Yep. So my oldest is in high school.
Okay.
So she's in orchestra. So we go and there's a lot of stuff with that. And then we have an 8th grader and a 5th grader as well.
Okay.
So spending a lot of time with them. And then I can't think of much else.
Obviously, the love of all things tiki. So
absolutely, yeah.
Very cool. How did that come about in your life? Your love for tiki?
It was when I was back in the beer industry, one position got corporate downsized.
Okay.
So basically 90% of the salespeople across the country got let go at one day. And I had a cocktail party.
Okay.
And just made a bunch of recipes, put out recipe cards for everybody. And the ones that really spoke to me were the tiki drinks. And a friend came over and they were talking to my wife and they go, so how's Dan handling everything? And my wife just looked around and said, like this. And it was just the escapism, the tiki. Yeah, just I love that. And I mean, you get to light stuff on fire. So
that's always fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right on. Is there anything else, Dan, that you want to share with folks that are watching about anything coming up or just anything else you want to share?
I love whenever I can, when I work with a client, to talking about local ingredients.
Okay, nice.
I love using local distilleries, local breweries, things of that nature. And just meeting new people. Like I said, the party where it was a friend of a friend, and then it was 4 or 5 different parties that stemmed out of that one event.
Nice.
And I traveled to Bisbee. I took the Tiki trailer down to
Oh,
Bisbee
cool.
for a weekend, and we stayed at the Shady Dell, which, if you've heard of
Nice.
it, is
I have.
incredible.
I haven't been there yet. I've never made it down to Bisbee,
Oh
but
my
it's on the
goodness.
list.
The couple moved down there, and it's a trailer park. You go and just stay in these vintage trailers. And we
Cool.
got put up in the Tiki bus, and it was
Ha!
amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just making more contacts like that, and just finding different ways to lift other people up too.
I love it. Awesome. Well, hey, Dan, I really appreciate talking to you, and everybody else. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I am Lianne Russo Liddell, Associate Broker and Realtor, and I was here with Tiki Dan, the owner of the Enchanted Tiki trailer. And I will be sure to include all of your contact information and everything below this interview so people can get in touch with you if they're looking for a little pick-me-up. So I appreciate it. And thanks again so much.
Guys, cheers.
Cheers.